Welcome back. It is 5:11 on a Wednesday, and this morning we go to the home of Maryland's new First Family. And what you might not know is that the new First Lady, Dawn Moore, isn't new to Maryland politics. In fact, she spent more time in the State House than her husband did before his inauguration last January. Her resume includes working with then Lieutenant Governor Anthony Brown, former Governor Paris Glendening, and she worked on Kathleen Kennedy Townsend's campaign for governor. But now the First Lady tells me it's different.
You know, I worked in Annapolis probably over 20 years ago. And, you know, I was in awe of this place, just looking at the history, being where policy was made. So this here is the First Lady's room, and this is another historical perspective of the First Ladies before me. And I never imagined that I would be in this position, that I would be married to the 63rd governor of the state of Maryland, the first African-American governor. Now I am part of the team that gets to represent 6.2 million Marylanders, that gets to have a voice or give a voice to the voiceless. And you know, that part I just take so personally.
What are some of the platforms or some of the things that you'll take on as First Lady, some of those projects that you're looking forward to taking on?
But what I care mostly about are, you know, sort of in a broad way, are empowering women, creating economic opportunities for those who don't always have them or have been left out of the process. I care deeply about youth development. I care about the arts.
You're First Lady and Governor of all the people of Maryland. But surely there is a special place in the heart of African-American families when they look at you as the first family, that feeling, that connection. What do you think when you think about that part of this story? Because it's a big part of the story.
It is such a privilege. I mean, you know, we're sitting in the room, it's called the reception room, right? And behind you there was a beautiful portrait of Frederick Douglass. And we've since moved that portrait to the entryway because we didn't want anyone to walk in this house and not see that portrait. You look at his eyes, I mean, it comes through. And what I want to be able to do is make sure that we have art in this home that is representative of all Marylanders. And so being the first African-American family to live in this home, even though that wasn't the assignment, it's not lost on us what it says to young children about what you can be, what you can do with your life. And it not only says it to Black and brown children, it says it to all children, that they see leaders in different positions making the lives of others better.
I'm bright as the light each day brings.
To me, sitting here with you, I'm like,
change things where?
Dawn Moore was built for this. But what have you learned about yourself? Any strength that you realize, okay, yeah, I really can do this?
I learned early on from my mother in particular, who I think taught me how to be a great advocate. The importance of being involved, understanding what's going on in your community. And so I think that really prepared me for this moment.
Said she was prepared for this moment. It's a big one after all. First Lady Dawn Moore is also determined to make sure that her children feel like they are a part of this new chapter, while also just letting them be kids. They're only 9 and 11. Coming up in our next hour, the challenges of raising children in a public spotlight and some advice she got from another First Lady who raised children on that public stage, Michelle Obama. Stay tuned for that in our 6 o'clock hour. All right,